Hey guys, today we're talking about the distilleries that have us super hyped up for 2025.
Can't believe it's 2025, but these spots are doing some seriously cool stuff, and we're here to tell you why they should be on your radar. All right, guys, today we've got 8 distilleries from all across the US. They all have unique styles, pretty cool stories, and some fantastic whiskey. So let's get right into it.
Kicking things off, we got Bent Distilling Company, which is out of Louisville, Texas. And let me tell you, they are blending tradition with some crazy creativity.
Yep.
And I love that. These guys have been around since 2012, and they're all about using local ingredients to make some stellar grain to glass whiskey.
Yeah, good stuff. If you guys out there, Bent is B-E-N-D-T.
Right.
Bent Distilling Company.
Yeah, that's what Texas does. They spell all their stuff in different ways and just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, let you figure it out.
Yeah.
So their Bent number 5 is a blend of 5 different handcrafted whiskeys. You got bourbon, you got rye, malt, wheat, and light whiskey. Plus, their unbent straight bourbon and straight wheat whiskey are both bottled in bond. So they're pretty good quality and very flavorful.
I love their unbent line. I think that it's fantastic.
Yep.
We're pumped to see what they'll whip up in 2025. Because Texas whiskey is just getting better and better and better. And Bent is one of those distilleries that's leading the way.
That's absolutely right. All right, so next up, we got Brush Creek Distillery out of Wyoming. So these guys are based in Saratoga, and they're kind of all about channeling that rugged, adventurous spirit of the American West into their whiskey.
They have got a solid lineup with award-winning straight bourbons and ryes that are perfectly balanced and full of flavor.
Yep.
Plus, they're all about sustainability, which I personally love. I know you do too. I think it's a great distillery.
Yeah, they're doing some great things out west. They're definitely pushing some boundaries. And with their unique approaches, we're excited to see where they take things in 2025.
Brush Creek, this is for you. Next up, we got Chattanooga whiskey, and it has such a cool backstory.
It does.
Yeah, I love Chattanooga whiskey.
Yep.
These guys literally changed the local laws to bring whiskey production back to Chattanooga after 100 years. Now that, my friends, is dedication. And Chattanooga.
Cheers to you in Chattanooga for bringing that back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So their Tennessee high malt bourbons are next level. But it's their experimental series is really where they let their creativity shine.
Absolutely.
In fact, they infuse a lot of their whiskeys. The latest one that I've heard of is they infuse some with persimmon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Persimmon.
It's a pretty unique blend or infusion, but that's their experimental series is really where they get off. I don't know why I said that.
Hey, you know what? I've got to get off somehow. I don't judge.
Okay.
I've gotten off by weirder things.
It's like they're constantly reinventing what Tennessee whiskey can be.
We think that 2025 is going to be a big year for them. More experiments, more bold flavors, and hopefully more whiskey fans that are going to fall in love with what they do.
Yeah. We already are
Yes.
in love with what they do, and we hope that you are too. Okay, next up, we've got Distillery 291 in Colorado Springs. Now this one kind of has a Wild West feel to it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. It was started by Michael Myers.
Oh.
No, not from the horror films.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes, but a former fashion photographer.
That's very different. That's very different from the Michael Myers that I was expecting. Can you imagine Michael Myers being a fashion photographer from the movie Halloween?
That would be a hilarious skit.
That could.
I would watch that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Just waiting in the closet for you to show up, and then he just takes pictures of you.
Surprise!
Mr. Myers, if you're out there watching and you want to be part of our next Halloween video, we'd love to have you.
Yes. And we're going to set the record straight. We're going to make sure that people know out there that you, in fact, are not the serial killer from the movies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That you, in fact, just create great whiskey.
Yes. They're known for their big, bold whiskeys like their Colorado bourbon and rye, which, by the way, gets finished in Aspen staves.
Oh, my God.
Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah. You know everything.
And did you know I used to live in Colorado Springs, and we actually planted aspen trees in our front yard.
Wow. So you know what that means? They probably got cut down to make this whiskey.
They probably did. I've been meaning to look what happened to those things.
Next up, we got Montana Whiskey Company. And they're all about that rugged authenticity.
Right.
And if you know anything about me, you know that I am rugged and authentic.
So you are Montana Whiskey Company.
I am embodied.
Yes.
Yes.
This species, Montana Whiskey Company, right here. Montanicus whiskeyus.
So Montana Whiskey Company isn't just rugged. They are also making some delicious bourbons and ryes. They just scream Montana.
Right.
And hey, I'm a Miami boy living in Texas, but I am here for it.
We're here for it.
Yeah.
We love that.
I love Montana.
We love what a lot of the Wild West, if you will, distilleries are doing because they have access to a lot of land, a lot of really good water sources, and they really provide that sustainability that you don't find in a lot of distilleries out east.
That's true. And you're absolutely right. And the water source, I'm so glad you mentioned that because the water source is so important for the whiskey. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Montana, you're killing it.
Yep.
You rugged some bitch.
So they're focused on quality and also showcasing the unique Montana landscapes makes their whiskey stand out. And if you haven't tried their stuff yet, 2025 is the year to do it because they are rapidly expanding nationwide.
And I'm so glad they are because now we get a little bit of that sweet, sweet Montana ruggedness here in Texas.
Damn.
Oh, I can't wait.
Calm down.
Yeah. And speaking of that ruggedness of Montana, we got a bottle from them that is made from stainless steel.
Yeah.
And it is called Blackfoot River. It's rugged.
Yes. You can take it with you hiking, outdoorsy. It's really got that outdoorsy theme to it.
I love it.
So coming back to Texas, we've got Tawakaro Distilling Company,
Oh, wow.
which means bend in the river in the native Caddo language, which is pretty cool.
Yes, it sure is. I'm glad you pronounced that and not me because I could not pronounce that at all. I know of their whiskey and I love their whiskey, but I
Yes.
cannot pronounce their name.
Yes.
Their 4-grain bourbon and Texas rye are small batch beauties. So I highly recommend getting them because they're created and crafted with so much care. These guys are all about quality over quantity.
That's right.
There's not a lot of bottles out there.
Right.
But the quality is very specific and they're really trying to do their very best to make the best whiskey they can.
Yeah, they make some great stuff.
And I love that.
So we can't wait to see what they have lined up for 2025. They're a distillery you definitely want to keep your eye on.
Keep your eye on them.
Both eyes if you want.
Probably be for the best.
So we are moving on to Detroit City Distillery in Michigan. This place has such a cool feel to it. It was founded by 8 childhood friends, and it's located in the historic Eastern Market of Detroit. And their whiskey reflects Detroit's bold spirit.
They've got some awesome products. A lot of them.
Yes.
It's not just one bottle.
No.
It's a lot of these consistently good stuff.
Whole lineup of stuff.
Yes. Like Butcher's Cut Bourbon and Honey Bourbon, plus creative blends like Two-Face Bourbon, which blends Michigan and Kentucky bourbons.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to see 2 different bottles being blended together and holy matrimony and making the best possible whiskey they can. You know what I mean? It's like they just pooped out a baby. I don't know.
Is that the kind of bourbon you want to drink?
I meant to say popped out a baby and somehow pooped out came out. I don't know what just happened.
Okay.
What's in this whiskey?
All right, so Michigan and Kentucky bourbon. Would you call it Mishitucky
Oh,
or Kennigan?
wow. I don't know. That's yeah.
I want to hear from you. What would you call it?
Or we just call it a blend made in heaven in holy matrimony
Wow.
with 2 delicious just juices just flowing together and just sharing the love and going, here it is. That's how I would call it. I wouldn't call it Kentucky Nugget or whatever it is.
Kentucky Nugget? Isn't that the latest McDonald's product?
Shit comes in my head and then it comes out. It's not in the same speed. I'm like, wait, I should filter some of this shit out.
So they're celebrating 10 years, and they've been dropping limited edition bottles to mark the occasion. So we're pretty stoked to see what's next for them in 2025.
Last but not least, we got Joshua Tree Distilling Company in California.
Nice. Did you know the first CD I ever owned was The Joshua Tree by U2?
Wow.
Yeah.
the first CD that I ever owned was Ace of Base.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you see the sign?
I saw the sign.
Okay.
And it opened up my eyes.
Wow.
And you know what I saw?
What'd you see?
When I saw the sign?
Whiskey?
Joshua Tree Distilling Company.
Oh, well done.
Yes, thank you.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you. That's what they
Good
pay me
job.
the big bucks.
Good job.
You know? Their whiskey is inspired by the desert, which obviously California is a desert.
The hottest temperature ever recorded on the earth was in Death Valley.
Was
California.
it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah?
Now I know.
Yep.
See, walking encyclopedia. There's more to you than just all this.
Yeah. It's rugged and brains.
Yes. How many
Oh,
people could say
crap.
that? How many people could say that?
One, me.
Yes. Wait, what the f?
So their Lost Horse whiskey, it really captures the essence of the Southwest. And 1% of all their proceeds from this bottle goes back to the Joshua Tree National Park Association.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least, they're giving something back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge amount, but every little bit counts.
They are all about innovation and staying connected to their roots. So 2025 is looking bright for these guys over at Joshua Tree Distilling Company.
Agreed.
And that's our list, guys. 8 distilleries that are absolutely crushing it and have us super hyped and excited for 2025. Each one is doing something unique, and we cannot wait to see what's next for each and every one of these craft distilleries.
So have you guys tried any of these distilleries? Or do you have a favorite micro distillery that we missed? Drop it in the comments. We love hearing from you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss our videos on your screen so you can see our beautiful faces telling you what you should be drinking next.
Wow. Until next time,
Cheers.
cheers.